Hi, I'm Jay, escobarj.com, and this video is meditation tips and techniques. So last time what we talked about is focusing on your thoughts and having intentional thought be a part of your meditation. And I covered a lot of key points in how to specifically use thought in meditation because it can be very simple to thought jump and lose track of and lose yourself in thought. And so the idea is to have intentional thought to use as a tool in your meditation. And so if you haven't watched that first video, obviously if you haven't watched the first 6 videos that I've done on this topic altogether, go watch those first. But specifically, if for today's video, if you have not watched the video, my last video on the power of thought in your meditation, you need to go watch that one first. I'll go ahead and link it to the description. And also I will, you can click the little card you'll see up at the top left corner here, and you can click that and check out the first video before watching this one. And the reason why is because this video specifically ties into the power of thought, and you need to learn how to use the power of thought or thought in your meditation, specifically intentional thought, in order to pull this next video off, or this next concept I'm going to teach you off in today's video. And today's video, if you have watched everything, today's video is what I call a spiritual journey. And so lastly, if you have practiced with the art of Metta in your meditation, I talked about that in my last video. So again, go watch the last video if you haven't watched it. I explain what Metta is. And also practice the feeling of releasing negative energy, then I recommend trying a specific theme. And this theme, because I mentioned in my last video that you can use different themes in your thoughts when you're meditating. And so this theme that I'm going to teach you and tell you about, it's worked very, very well for me during my practice with this concept. And so what you're going to do is you're going to start by finding your awareness. You're going to come, normally to your state of peaceful, relaxed, and present, but concentrated state in an open state of mind in your meditation. And as soon as you come to that place, it can take you 5 minutes, 6 minutes, 10 minutes even, depending on how long you're doing this. Typically my meditations are only 10 minutes long. So, and I've practiced enough to the point to where I can pretty much to the snap of a finger come to a place of relaxed, peaceful, open state of mind. It's taken some practice, but I've been able to just come to that at the snap of a finger. So once you get to that point, open your awareness and expand your thoughts onto God, the universe, or the concept of higher energy, Mother Nature, source energy, the divine creator, whatever it is that you believe in, whatever it is you want to call it. Personally, I believe in God, so that's what I use. So what I do is I act as if the presence of this higher energy is in the room with me. So for me specifically, what I do is I envision God literally standing next to me or in front of me or behind me, and basically just like putting his hands on my head, like he's giving me a blessing, so to speak. And what I've noticed doing this meditation, specifically with intentional thought, is I feel filled with this higher energy, and you should feel filled with this higher energy as well. It's like a surge or like a rush of kind of like the hair standing up on the back of your neck, or like the chills. In a good way though. And I've also practiced this concept with different deities or different beings, if you will. I've used this concept with Jesus Christ. What I envision with him is, I envision him standing next to me or in front of me, or like with me on my knees, and him holding out his arms, and I can see the holes in his hands, and I can see the holes in his feet. And that's what I envision. And I envision, holding his hand onto my cheek or something, or just actually feeling the holes in his hands. And this is the thought process that I have during the meditation. And again, it's intentional thought, and you have to get to a peaceful, relaxed, open state of mind first. So you can't just mean, you can just think about this right off the bat, but the power behind this is when you come to a peaceful, relaxed, present state of mind first, and then you start using this thought experiment to play with and see what works for you. And so I've done that with Jesus Christ. I've done that with angels. I've done that with past loved ones who have passed away in my own personal life. And it works the same. And so as you're doing this, if you're truly present, you should feel filled with this higher energy, again, in a good way, like the hairs standing up on the back of your neck, chills, or divine energy, or high vibration. And I've even gotten to the point to where I've experienced a burning sensation in my lower chest, or like my solar plexus. It's like in a good way, though. It doesn't hurt or anything like that, but it's like a comforting burning feeling in your chest. And again, it's not discomforting by any means. It's a feeling of empowerment. It's a feeling like your spirit is getting elevated to a higher plane, or your spirit is getting elevated to a higher level of consciousness or higher vibration. It's kind of like being in a high vibrational harmony with source energy is kind of the best way that I can describe it. And this can be a very strong and powerful feeling and experience, to the point to where it can bring you to tears of joy, happiness, fulfillment, and just overall well-being in a peaceful, relaxed state. And surprisingly, it can last for very long periods of time. When I first started meditating, I had this experience 4 days in a row where I envisioned, the first day was with God himself. The second day was with Jesus Christ. The third day was with Mother Nature, or what I consider Heavenly Mother, because personally I believe that there are different beings. There are several spiritual beings. Like, I believe that there's a God is a separate being from Jesus Christ, which is a separate being from Heavenly Mother, which is also separate from the spirit, is, so to speak, like when you feel spiritual, or that spirit energy, I believe that is a separate entity than God and Jesus. And I've also, again, like I said, I've done this with past loved ones who I've felt close to, like my grandfather was one of them. I've had an experience with him where, I get that burning sensation in my chest, and I feel close to him when I concentrate on him personally. And again, it doesn't work every single time. So it's not something that you can just have, come to an exact moment of meditation like you can if you're just coming to your awareness or being present. Typically it comes when you are in a very, very good place and you're open to the universe, and you don't have any resistance, and it can come at any time, really. So that's why the practice of meditation, practicing consistently, is very important, because otherwise, if you're not practicing consistently, you could miss out on these spiritual experiences, opportunities, or this spiritual journey. And again, you can try it with different things, and whatever it is you believe. If you believe that there's just the universe out there, or if you believe that there's just source energy or higher vibrations, or whatever it is that you believe in, try focusing on whatever it is you believe in, and see if you can get in tune with that being, or that intention, so to speak. And that is the spiritual journey that I have personally had great experience with, and I highly recommend that you give it a shot. Again, this is after you have practiced the fundamentals of meditation, such as focusing on your breathing, knowing what it feels like to be in the present moment, knowing what it's like to use sound in your meditation, and sight in your meditation, and practicing opening and closing your eyes as well, because there's different aspects to that. There's also different aspects to thought. You can use thought for feelings of love. You can also use thought to focus your intention on negative feelings, and to help release negative feelings, or anxiety, or nervousness, or fear, or anger from your life. And then you can also use it to envision higher power. And there's many other aspects to this that I even haven't explored yet. Of course, I'm still learning in meditation too. That's why it's an ongoing practice. But this is something that has personally helped me out. So I highly recommend you give it a shot once you practice the fundamentals. And other than that, if you'd like to get my help with this topic, you can visit my website at escobarj.com, book a coaching session, and I will gladly work with you personally to help you with this area. Also, be sure to subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up, and hit the little bell icon so you never miss any time I release a new video. And at the very least, do me a favor and just share this with any of your friends and family that you know is maybe struggling with something, or just share it anyway. Maybe somebody that is an acquaintance finds this video and it helps them out in their life. You never know. And that is my purpose, is to help as many people as I possibly can self-actualize, improve their lives, grow spiritually, grow in every other category of their life. And that being said, make sure that you're always learning, always growing, and always pushing forward. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care.